Hey, what's up guys, how's it going? Today we'll be doing a video of the 2020 Runner TRD Off Road. We'll do an outside walk around, an inside tour, and take it on a drive.
I'm coming with that tail, with that tail, with that tail.
Before we get into the rest of this video, I just want to give a huge shout out to Carson Toyota for providing me with this car to review. They're one of the largest dealerships in SoCal and can help you find the Toyota you are looking for. I'll link all their contact information below. Be sure to give it a call if you have any further questions on Toyotas. Alright, so the Runner TRD Off Road is powered by that 4-liter V6 pushing out 270 horsepower and 278 pound-feet of torque. It's made to that 5-speed automatic, which has been in this car for a while now, and puts out 17 miles per gallon in the city, 20 in the highway, and 18 combined. So not the most amazing figures, but it's what you get with the 4-liter V6. Unique to the TRD Off Road is that part-time 4-wheel drive with A-trac, which is their active traction control program. I'll go into how you shift it a little later in this video. Starting with the styling, it hasn't changed much for 2020. I would have liked to see LED headlights offered in this car by now, but other than that, the front grille still looks very aggressive and I think is aging really nicely. Now, there's a non-functional hood scoop, which you would also get in the TRD Pro, just a more aggressive version of it. And while that does bug me, I do like how it looks, especially when you're driving it and sitting in the seat. It kind of reminds me of the BMW M3 Power Bulge. Going on to the side, there isn't much going on here. You have a 17-inch rim, which is well sized for the car. I would recommend getting more aggressive tread for more serious off-roading, and that's my one recommendation there. One of the coolest things about this car is the TRD off-road badging. Okay, not the coolest thing out there, but I think it looks great. And I love where they put it on this car. And in this specific silver, which is called literally classic silver metallic, you actually have a color matching aesthetic to this, just because that's the actual color of the badge. And that's the color of that badge on every other color. So something to keep in mind. I think it gives a nice monochrome look here. Going on the back, you have your iconic rear window, which can roll down if you want to fit big things in the back or just let in some fresh air. This car does have a chrome tip exhaust, and other than that, it hasn't really changed much from the year before. Okay, let's step inside, and the big thing you'll notice is just how rugged the interior feels. I feel like everything here is just oversized, like the knobs, AC controls, and it really gives you that robust experience. Now, new for 2020 is the 8-inch infotainment system, which now has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. I like the fact that there are USB ports on this car, actually 3 to be specific, and compartments just below it in front of the shift gear. You do have carbon fiber plastics around the center console, which is kind of cheesy in my opinion, especially if you are particular about this type of stuff. But what really matters is that 4-wheel drive shifter. This is why you get the TRD Off Road. Now I'll show you how to shift it right here. You can shift from H2 to H4, which is high 2-wheel drive to high 4-wheel drive, while driving up to speeds of 50 miles per hour. To shift from H4 to L4, which is low 4-wheel drive mode, you need to be at a complete stop and shift the transmission into neutral. Please don't try it while driving because you might hear some nasty grinding. Okay, now that's cleared up, let's hear it start up and take it on a drive.
Alright guys, we just got out of the car. We're pulling out of Carson Toyota in Los Angeles, and just to get a sense of how this thing is like to drive in the city, since in LA there aren't really any close by places to off-road it, and if you do know of any, comment them down below. So first impression is just like the rugged nature of this car. I love the hood vent in the front, even though it's not functional. And I mean, I love the one in the TRD Pro Tacoma, and you can check out that review. But here I just feel like it's a power bulge, you know? Even though it doesn't do anything, there's no performance improvement there, it just adds to that like feel. This thing is like beefy. The switches do that as well. These huge knobs for the AC, you don't need like, to fine tune it. This is just like, look, I need it on, I want it on, I'm gonna put it on. It's such a sick feeling. I don't know. I think there's a place in everyone's life for a car like the 4Runner. And I think just the presence it has on the roads, the presence you have sitting in the driver's seat so up high, and you kind of have that top-down view. It is so sick. Alright, the cool thing is you can actually change the your four-wheel drive selector. It is a shift lever, which I think is cool. It's mechanical, adds to that rugged feel. It's mechanical, which is the way it should be, I think, in my opinion. And you can change that while you're in drive, and I talked about that in the voiceover, but it's cool you have that flexibility here. In terms of interior qualities, given the trim level of this car, I think it's perfectly appropriate. Yes, you do have your plastics around the center console, but there are soft touch materials. The leather steering wheel, the leather seats are super comfortable, and the center console armrest is a really nice place to rest your hand. There is some of it on the shift lever. It's a faux leather though, but I just think it feels good in the hands. You do have that brushed aluminum here, and that's nice as well. In terms of the audio quality, was a big fan. Turned it on, bumped it. You do have those speakers in the trunk, which is super cool. And I think it's nice. So if you're outside and you want to blast some music out in the trails, you can do that. All right, so I'm gonna go into the shift selector mode here. I'm going down to second. It does left shift as low as first. All right, let's take it on drive. Oh man. Yeah, this V6 made with this 5-speed has been around for a while. I think them bringing it here and keeping it this long is just kind of saying, look, if you want to get this car right now, it does have the modern features. It does have the Apple CarPlay, the Android Auto now with the infotainment system, this 8-inch touchscreen, but you get that old school powertrain. So it's this hybrid that isn't going to last long. When they refresh this, it's probably not going to have the same powertrain. So now is definitely the time to get it with all the assist, the driver assist, the tech, and all that good stuff. Alright, in terms of day-to-day drivability, the car is pretty comfortable. I mean, you don't get any jarring bumps coming from the road, even some pretty rough LA roads as I've been driving here. It is pretty well isolated in terms of noise. You do hear the engine though. The engine is loud, I'm not gonna lie. You can hear the fans, you can hear the engine induction itself, and it's not a shame to kind of hide it, and I think that's cool. I'm taking up to speed here just to get a sense for wind noise and engine noise at high speeds. And I mean, you are turning 1500 going around 50 right here. Let's bring it up a little bit. But nothing too crazy, so your engine's not going to really drone much. You do hear some wind noise. It is a boxy design. There isn't anything right here that's like Prius-like in that it's going to, make the wind, the air easily flow around the car. So you are going to get wind noise. I think that'll be something nice to improve into their future designs while still keeping that rugged aesthetic. So yeah, that's pretty much going to wrap it here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you guys want to see in future cars or other trim levels of the 4Runner. Comment that down below. I do want to get my hands on a TRD Pro down the line, and then as well as try the trim below as well. So thank you guys again for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.